You're locked in with Kemi Maye, and this is Grind Theory. I'm a mom, a veteran, a coach, and a woman who's rebuilt herself from rock bottom more than once. But this podcast isn't about my story. This is about you. Every week, I'm showing up with 10 minutes of power. No fluff, no filter, just fuel for your grind, peace for your mind, and a voice that reminds you you're built for this. You're not behind. You're not broken. And you are becoming. So let's take a deep breath. Fix that crown and lean in. Because the world doesn't need a new version of you. It needs the real version. Welcome to Grind Theory, and let's get to work. Hey, millionaire. Breathe with me. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale. 2, 3. And now listen. You're not behind. You're becoming. And I know it feels like you're running in circles while everyone else is building empires. But God didn't put a timeline on you. He put you on a mission. You're still becoming her. The version of you that doesn't break under pressure. The one who speaks life over her chaos. And still walks like royalty, even with cracked heels. Now, maybe you've been feeling left out, passed over. Like you're behind while everyone is running ahead. But let me show you something, because this isn't a new feeling. In the Bible, there was a kid named David, youngest of 8. And when the prophet Samuel came to Jesse's house to anoint the next king, Jesse didn't even call David from the field. He lined up all of his quote-unquote qualified sons, tall, strong, impressive, but God said no to each one. David was literally forgotten, overlooked, left behind, but he was still in the plan. 1 Samuel 16, verse 7 says, "Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." When David was finally called in, God told Samuel that's him. Even though he didn't look like a king, even though no one expected him, even though his own father left him out, he was becoming. Even if people overlook you, even if you feel behind, even if you're in the field while everyone else is in the spotlight, you're still in the plan. God didn't forget about you. You're not behind, you're becoming. The last thing I'm going to ask you to do today is start journaling. What is journaling, you might ask? A quick and clean explanation is journaling is the time that you take with yourself, by yourself, and for yourself to share deep feelings that are inside your heart and mind. Writing down the things that challenge you, that make you feel great, or even not so great, but impact your life. Journaling will help you see the pains and strains and the things that matter most to you, and will help you create a clear path of action. I hope that made it quick and clear. Now let's talk about different ways you can journal. You can journal on your computer and create a file that says My Journal. Or you can call it whatever you want. For instance, if your name is Pam, you can say Pam's Thoughts or Pam's Daily Journey. Maybe your name is Mike and you can say Mike's Mindful Messages. Whatever you want to call it, it's perfectly fine because it's your journal. Now, you don't have to go out and spend loads of money on the best journal in the planet. You can have something very cost efficient, but that will have an enormous impact on your life. So choose a journal that resonates with you. Choose a journal that is a great size for you, especially for us that have book bags and purses. Maybe you want a journal that can easily be put in your purse or your backpack to carry along with you throughout the day. But whatever you choose, just make sure it resonates with you. Okay, so I can't just leave you off like that. And I know some of you are asking, how do I start? I've got this book, and I've kind of got an idea of what journaling is like. But where do I start writing? What do I start writing? And to keep it simple, just start with whatever is on your mind. Whatever you want to share in these private pages that belong to you and only you, because this is your safe space. You can talk about whatever's going on in your life today. You could talk about what's making you happy, or things that you have to get done, or things that you may have a challenge with. Because when you start writing it down, some of the challenges in your journal, you also are writing down a strategic way of overcoming the challenges. And to get to what many of us call results. So keep it simple and start out where you are. The other thing is, if you need to start with just writing down, hello, journal, that's quite all right, because tomorrow brings new things, and so will I. My message to you today is that you're allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress. You're allowed to take naps and still be ambitious. You're allowed to cry and still be chosen. Progress isn't always visible, and sometimes it's in the way you bounce back, in the way you choose to show up for yourself after a hard day, and in the way you refuse to stay in bed when your mind is screaming, give up. You're the storm and the sunshine. You are the plan B that always wins. I have some affirmations that I want you to repeat after me. I am not behind, I'm building. Now you. I am not behind, I'm building. Delay is not denial. Now you. Delay is not denial. My timing is divine. Now you. My timing is divine. Every setback is a setup. Now you. Every setback is a setup. I'm becoming the boss I was born to be. And now you. I'm becoming the boss I was born to be. If today's message hit your heart, share this episode with someone who just needs a reset. And a reminder, progress over pressure every single time. Have a good day.